Hello, first violins. Okay, here is our Libertango practice video. I'm so excited to start our virtual orchestra piece. So let's tune first. So I think I'll make a separate video like I did for the seconds. So there's one where we'll play through with the metronome and one where we will work on some of the spots. So let's start with the spots. So at the beginning, you can start in first position and you want to think about the articulation. So let's be in the lower half of the bow. So it's long, then short, short. But I didn't use a ton of bow because then it takes too long to get back. So I'll save my bow, slower bow on the slur. And for the short notes, you can play off the string. So, or if you're not working on that yet in your technique, you can play on the string but short. So, okay, so either one of those work. For the first couple measures, make sure E and F natural touch. So low 2 and then low 2 on C natural. Then in measure 3, we'll do half position. So low 1 on D sharp, touching 2 for E, low 1, low 2 touching, and then B will be on the A string, low 2 touching the low 1. And then for F sharp, it's a whole step. So, okay, so that's half position for those. And then when we get to measure 5, you can do back to first position. 1 open, then 1 low 2 touching on different strings. And then measure 7, you could play first position with 4th fingers to avoid the string crossing. So 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 1. You could also try that one in third position. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay? Same fingering in 11. If you're in third position, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Touching low 3 for E flat. If you're in first position, so it's a big stretch between 4 on A and low 1. You could also try an open there. You just want to make sure that's really in tune. Then measure 13, first position, 2, 3, 2 and 3 touching here for C natural. Then high 3 on G sharp. So there's a space. Okay, so that is for the beginning. And then at 18, we can play in first position. So we could play all of that in first position. And then you can also play it with some shifts. So let's go over if you want to try shifting. Let's go from the bar before that. So the second ending, we could be in first position. Low 2s. Then if you want to be a little fancy, schmaltzy, we can slide up on 2. When you do that, you want to have a very light finger. So don't get stuck. So, okay. And then you could play open A. And shift back down to first there if you would like. And then we could add another shift here. Remember, we're going to sneak in bow changes. So on all the long notes, after the end of 3 or the end of 4 or the end of 1, you just want to sneak it in at different times. So 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a hooked bow then. We could do another shift here. So a 1 on D. And sneak in your bow change, and you could stay in third here. So 2, 4. So make sure it's a whole step plus a half step to C natural. So then C and B touch, 4, 3, then 2 and 1 touch. Second finger. And then here you could go back to first. You could do open A. So this is at the end of measure 25. Low 2. And you could stay here. Could stay in first, or you could do third position, so 3, 2, 3, and then that would be touching 4, 4, 3, 2, 3. Okay, and then we have 34. Let's be first position. So let's do this nice and slowly. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2E and 3E and 4E. 1, 2, 3E and 4E and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4. 1, 2E and 3E and 4E. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3E and 4E and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 lifts. So we want to cut off early on our whole note so we can do a quick retake and get back to the frog at 49. So if we're at the tip, so that would be 3 and 4 cut off, get back here, and then start using less bow and gradually increase your amount of bow to crescendo. You can also, of course, increase the weight. So less weights and then more weights. Okay, and it will be the same thing at the end, at the second ending at the very end of the piece. It'll be the same thing as you're retaking, making sure you're at the frog, less bow, and then gradually increasing a little bit more bow on every note and a little bit more weight. So and make sure the last 3 are really accented. At the end of the piece, we always want to keep vibrating and freeze with our bow in the air, okay? And stay in that pose for at least, let's say, 4 beats. Make sure we're all really frozen, okay? So the rhythm at 34 is tricky. Just keep thinking the subdivision. So keep thinking of the 16ths, okay? And go over that carefully. So for fingering at 34, we can do starting in first position. 2, 3, lift during the rest. Go back to the frog. Now low 4 for B flats. You can stay in first position, low 2, low 1. Those are 16ths, so. And now you could stay in first, or you could also try third position, so 2 and then 3 touching. And then remember, sneak in a bow change, and then you could stay in third if you want, or do this in first. So F natural, 2, 3, 4, lift on 4, lift during the 8th rest. Okay, then we could do first position, so it's going to be low 2, 3, low 4 for A flats, and then we have all half steps. So low 4, touching 3, high 2, F sharp, 3, and then jump to the E string, low 2, so it's going to feel like a reach, low 2, low 1, and then you could use open or 4th finger, whole step from D to E. You could also do, you could shift here, so you could shift instead of the G 3rd finger, go to 3rd position, so 1 on G, and then that would make it 4, whole step to 3, touch. Okay, sneak in your bow change again, lift during the 8th rest, always lifting, so I'll show you the place, okay? Now we'll do it 42, open, low 1 on D sharp, regular 1 on E. So then let's do 1, open, 1, and let's use 4th finger. Open, 1, 4, open, 3, low 2, So low 2. Sneak in your bow 2. And then the next part we could do 1, 1, open, or I like to do 2. So replacing where that 1 normally is for E, put a 2 there. So you're half position. So 2 on E, low 1, E flats, and then open. You could do open A, and now regular 1 on B natural. Low 2. And now in first position is high 3 G sharp, touching 4th finger. Or you could do high 1. You could go earlier to 3rd. You could do 2, 1, open 1 on the D. So shift during the open A. So low 2, 1, open, shift, first finger D. And then this would be 4, 3, 2, 4, touching 3, whole step to 2, high 1 G sharp. And then again at the end of this, on the end of 4, lift back to the frog and place. Remember that you always place, right? So all of these places, like at 50, if we play 50, it will always be, so 3, 4, 1, place. Place on the string. Place on the string. Place. 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 So we never drop our bow, right? It'll be a hot mess for articulation. Okay, so now let's do the pick up to 59. We can play, if we were in 3rd position on the 2nd ending. Oh, sorry. Let's go to 1st position on the pickup. So let's do open 1, low 2, 3. Okay, so let's do right there slowly. Pick up to 59. Let's do the 2nd ending. So 1, 2, 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Up bow. Think of your 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and rest. Get ready. 1. High 3 here. If you want to shift, you could do 3rd position. 1, 2, 3. Up bow. You can shift. That would be 2. Back down. Okay, so that's the rhythm for that. Really count those ties. Okay, I think we got it all. And lots of vibrato for all of these really nice tunes. So like at 18, we want to have a nice warm sound. And have some motion in your bow. So don't get stuck like that, right? So okay. All right, great. Happy practicing. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay.